We as humans are innately competitive, a trait as ancient as the earth we tread upon. Our history is not a collection of isolated narratives but an interconnected symphony of events, each affecting the next and shaping the future. Rivalries have played a significant role in our past, directing societies, nations, and our perspective of the world. From the time of pyramids to our digital age, rivalries have triggered wars, started revolutions, and inspired significant scientific innovations. We will explore some of the most impactful feuds in history, covering the beginnings of empires to rivalries. Ready to delve into the past? Subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share your thoughts on the most intriguing historical rivalry. Envision this. We are embarking on a journey through the fabric of time, journeying straight into the pulsating heart of antiquity. Our destination, Rome and Carthage, two formidable colossi of their era, engaged in a fierce struggle to dominate the Mediterranean. This no fleeting fracas. It was an epoch-defining showdown that raged for over a century, commencing with the First Punic War in the midst of the 3rd century BC, and culminating in the cataclysmic third and final act, 100 years later. These Punic Wars, christened after the Latin term for Carthaginian Punicus, were far more than a mere power play. On one side, we had Rome, an emergent force, the Italian peninsula, boasting a formidable infantry. On the other, Carthage, a seasoned seafarer from North Africa, brandishing an incomparably robust naval fleet. The very essence of their clash, predominantly the control of the Mediterranean's vital trade routes. Both were keenly aware of the strategic economic value held within the sea's azure depths. However, the struggle was more profound than mere dominion. It was a profound cultural collision, a struggle for affirmation of identity and prestige, a relentless drive for supremacy. Two figures rose to prominence in this tumultuous feud: Hannibal of Carthage and Scipio Africanus of Rome. Hannibal, the tactical genius, executed the audacious feat of crossing the Alps to challenge Rome. Conversely, Scipio Africanus, a Roman general of unparalleled strategic prowess, masterminded a tactical tour de force at the Battle of Zama, quelling the Second Punic War and positioning Rome at the helm of the Mediterranean. The aftermath for Rome and Carthage was colossal. Rome burgeoned into a vast, formidable empire, while Carthage met a grievous fate. The city was decimated, its verdant fields laid to waste, and its citizens condemned to slavery. Yet the reverberations of these wars still resonate today. They have indelibly shaped modern military strategy, the execution of politics, and the evolution of culture. They stand as a testament to human tenacity, ingenuity, and an unyielding thirst for power. In essence, the Punic Wars were a pivotal turning point in history. They heralded the ascension of Rome and heralded the tragic fall of Carthage, etching a permanent mark on the annals of history. You know what's freakishly amusing about the 19th century? It's this all-out American family brawl that perfectly illustrates just how bonkers things can get when rivalry kicks in. So buckle up, folks. We're deep diving into the wilds of Appalachia, where two families are set to lock horns in the most ludicrous feud known to man. Hit the nail on the head, did you? We're stepping into the absurd reality of the Hatfields and the McCoys. Now, who were these extraordinary individuals? The Hatfields were led by this man, William Anderson Hatfield. Sounds like a movie villain, doesn't he? The McCoys? They had Randolph McCoy calling the shots. Their abodes? Picture this. They were lounging around on opposite banks of the Tug Fork River, teetering on the fringe of West Virginia and Kentucky. What could possibly spark such an epic feud, you ask? A scandalous affair or a serious betrayal, perhaps? Far from it. Believe it or not, a cocktail of land disputes, disagreements over pilfered pigs, and a generous sprinkle of forbidden love like a budget Romeo and Juliet. This stuff is so crazy you couldn't even make it up if you tried. This feud wasn't just your typical family squabble, oh no. It dragged on for a staggering 25 years, with minor spats escalating to full-blown homicide. It even grabbed the national headlines. Imagine slurping your morning coffee while reading about your family brawl on the front page. But wait, there's more. The governors of West Virginia, Kentucky were so exasperated they were on the brink of sparking a border war. And the cherry on top? The feud reached its crescendo on New Year's night in 1888, when the Hatfields committed a mass murder of McCoys. Quite the party poopers, wouldn't you say? But here's the real zinger. The Hatfields and McCoys feud wasn't just an unfortunate string of events. It transformed into this colossal cultural spectacle. It's popped up everywhere. Books, films, TV shows, even Looney Tunes and The Simpsons have had a go at it. It's practically a symbol of how far family feuds can spiral out of control. Eventually, the Supreme Court had to chime in, and time did its magic to heal some wounds, but the echoes of this feud still resonate. It's a stark reminder of how quickly personal differences can snowball into something deadly. The ripple effect? It's still felt today, in the tales we spin and the morals we glean. Now isn't that a hoot to ponder over? Step into the realm of the extraordinary, the electrifying domain of science where we find ourselves in a storm of innovation and revolution. This is a high-voltage drama starring none other than the luminary figures of Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. Picture this, the late 1800s, a time of great scientific upheaval, and two titans of innovation are pitted against each other in a duel that would forever alter our perception of electricity. This is the Grand War of Currents. Thomas Edison, a name etched deeply into every household, a revered inventor, championed the cause of direct current or DC. His belief in DC was unswerving, a safer and more efficient means to transport electricity. His popular direct current system had made Edison an indomitable presence in the electrical power realm. Enter the scene, Nikola Tesla. A Serbian-born prodigy and former employee of Edison, Tesla was a maverick with a revolutionary perspective on the electricity. He was an ardent advocate for alternating current, or AC, where the electric charge oscillated in direction. In spite of associated risks, Tesla vehemently argued that AC was the key to long-distance electricity transmission. The face-off between Edison and Tesla wasn't just it was a cerebral war, determining whose vision would illuminate the world. Edison, armed with ample resources, launched an aggressive PR onslaught against Tesla and his AC, even publicizing its dangers. Tesla, undeterred, retorted with demonstrations of AC's remarkable capabilities, even propelling the first major hydroelectric system at Niagara Falls. This high-intensity war of currents was a whirlwind of fierce rivalry, public spectacles, and a couple of shrewd tactics. But as the dust settled, Tesla's AC emerged victorious, and continues to be our primary method of transmitting electrical power. This clash of Edison and Tesla, the divergent perspectives on electricity, and the consequential war of currents, sculpted our electric world. There ignited a wave of innovation and stretched the boundaries of what we deemed possible. Therefore, this monumental Edison-Tesla showdown, the war of currents, truly electrified the... Hey there! Today we are going to delve into the captivating realm of rivalry stories. Have you ever pondered upon how rivalries dating back from ancient eras to the advent of electricity have undeniably molded our world? There seems to be an incessant race for supremacy, for authority, territory, or even just for wisdom. It's breathtaking, don't you think? Consider the Punic Wars, for instance. These were three monumental wars waged between Rome and Carthage, but it was more than just territorial conquest. It was akin to an enormous tug-of-war for supremacy, battled to become the Mediterranean's alpha. This rivalry catalyzed the rise of the empire, revolutionizing Western civilization forever. Quite a profound impact, wouldn't you agree? Now let's traverse forward a few centuries and hop over to the other end of the planet, America. Have you come across the feud between the Hatfields and McCoys? Originated from a dispute over it escalated into a full-fledged family war that endured for decades. While it may not be as majestic as the Punic Wars, it's a potent testament to how unchecked rivalry can unleash chaos. Then we arrive at the tail end of the 19th century, witnessing the clash of two intellectual titans, Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. Their fierce rivalry, known as the War of Currents, ignited the evolution of electrical power distribution. Sure, it might have been destructive, but without a doubt, it boosted innovation and technological progression. Isn't it fascinating how these rivalries, as varied as they were, still wielded a colossal impact on our world? They've sculpted nations, cultures, and catalyzed technological advancement. It's an undeniable proof of the potency of competition, but also serves as a cautionary tale of the possible perils when rivalries derail. I encourage you to delve deeper into these historical rivalries and others. It's akin to unraveling a complex tapestry of human history, all woven together by threads of conflict and competition. Remember, history is not just about events. It's also about the rivalries and conflicts that propel those events. So, as we part ways until our next engaging chat, I urge you to remain curious, to keep exploring, and continue learning, dear friend. Each page of history a stepping stone towards understanding the world we live in, and understanding is the first step towards making it a better place. So let's keep learning, and let's keep growing together.